Flash photography is strictly prohibited, as it interferes with the official recording of the ceremony that is being produced. There is also no eating or drinking in the theater. And now, let us welcome our graduates. Please rise and remain standing through the Black National Anthem, and then be seated as our graduates process in.
we would be so kind. If you'd be so kind, take a moment. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. What's the word? Do y'all know about that? What's the word? Yeah. If you'd be so kind and center yourselves, deep down within, find something bigger than yourself, knowing that you're grateful for this moment and this opportunity. I personally call that person God. I'm not trying to dictate how you call on that person, on that being, but I ask you to find something bigger than you, and let's have a small conversation, if you will. Our Father and our God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we thank you for this day, God. Some of us have been tested, tried, revisited, mocked, tested over and over again, have walked several months, years, days, just to make it to this special place. And for that moment, God, we say thank you. We say thank you, God, because you have created some firebirds that are beginning to spread their wings just a little bit broader and poke their chest out just a little bit stronger and hold their shoulders up just a little bit higher. We are grateful for that. And God, you've created them to be advocates. So we ask that you make them an advocate like you made Moses when he stood before you and declared that you will continue to bless them as you bless the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Make them an advocate, Lord. As you made Queen Esther an advocate when laws were decreed and made just to destroy her people, but she was created for a time as this. Make them advocates that they may see everyone's humanity and divinity at the same time, knowing that everybody needs somebody to prop them up and speak for them. Give them a voice for the voiceless. Give them power to speak truth to you if you are required for them to speak. Give them a voice for those who declare and decree they can't find a voice. Make them an advocate for this world, God. Let them see themselves bigger than who they have ever imagined, so they may show the world that the firebird has stepped out on this earth, spreaded his wings as far as the east, east, or west, and as far as the north can go south. Make them an advocate to cover us, to deliver us, and hold us strong. And that thing you call bigger than yourself, we all agree and say amen.
Thank you, Dr. Fleming. Please be seated. Good afternoon, UDC. Good afternoon. What a joyous and momentous day this is. It's a day to celebrate, to reflect, and to honor a milestone of great meaning. Today we are gathered to recognize the extraordinary accomplishment of earning a Juris Doctor from the University of the District of Columbia, David A. Clark School of Law. To our Board of Trustees, to President Maurice Eddington and his cabinet, to our Chief Academic Officer, our dedicated faculty and staff, the DC School of Law Foundation, cherished family members and friends, and above all, to our brilliant graduating students, welcome. I am Angela Gilmore, and I have the distinct privilege and honor of serving as the interim dean of this exceptional law school. It is truly one of the greatest honors of my career to stand before you on this day. This moment is historic, not only for you as individual graduates, but for all of us as a community. Today, we celebrate the 50th graduating class in the proud history of this law school. 50 classes of justice seekers, 50 classes of servant leaders, 50 classes of individuals determined to use the law not as a weapon of oppression, but as a tool for liberation. That legacy now belongs to you. As you walk across the stage and receive your hood, remember that you do so not only as scholars, but as stewards of justice. Today marks not just the end of law school, but the beginning of your lives as lawyers, advocates, defenders, and change makers. At UDC Law, our mission is clear and unwavering: to recruit and enroll students from groups underrepresented at the bar, to provide them with a rigorous and transformative legal education, and to prepare them to use the law in service of justice, especially for those who are most marginalized. This mission has never been more urgent, more vital, or more inspiring. And you, class of 2025, have risen to meet it with passion and with purpose. You chose UDC Law, and we chose you because we share a vision of justice that is bold, inclusive, and unapologetically rooted in equity. You have studied the law not just to know it, but to bend it toward fairness. You've prepared not only for courtrooms, but for community centers, legislative halls, and grassroots movements. And you've done so at one of only 6 HBCU law schools in the United States. And the only public law school in the district. Let that sink in. You are part of a sacred legacy of over 4,000 distinguished individuals. And I have the honor of being the first to officially recognize you as alums of UDC Law, a law school that stands proudly at the intersection of history and hope, training lawyers who carry forward the fight for civil rights, human dignity, and liberation. You began this journey during a time of profound global disruption. You pressed forward, adapting, evolving, and persevering, often through grief, uncertainty, and fatigue. You kept showing up, you kept believing, you kept dreaming. You studied through long nights and early mornings. You sacrificed birthdays, family dinners, holidays. You rewrote papers, restructured outlines, and reimagined your limits. You didn't just earn this degree, you claimed it. And let us honor those who made this moment possible. Let us honor those who made this moment possible, the loved ones who stood by your side when you weren't sure you could stand on your own. To the parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, children, cousins, neighbors, friends, and community. We see you, we thank you. This celebration is yours too. Graduates, the world needs your voice, your vision, and your values. Never forget why you started. Whether you go into public defense, civil rights, immigration, policy, or commercial litigation, remember that the law is not just a career, it's a calling. You were born for this moment. And now, with deep pride and immeasurable joy, I present to you a student who embodies all that is extraordinary about this class. It's my great pleasure to introduce to some a remarkable member of the class of 2025, someone who has truly embodied the mission, the resilience, and the spirit of UDC Law throughout her journey. Angela Banks. Angela Banks is a leader, a visionary, and a dedicated public servant. A proud Virginian and graduate of Old Dominion University, she came to us after an accomplished early career in cybersecurity and business analytics with Raytheon Technologies. But she chose to pivot her path to pursue justice, and UDC Law is better for it. During her time here, Angela has left her mark across every corner of this institution, from the courtroom to the classroom, from student government to community clinics. She's also a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and has served as Student Bar Association president with distinction, grace, and vision. Angela plans to continue making impact at the intersection of artificial intelligence, data privacy, and technology bias, pushing our legal system to meet the challenges of tomorrow. Please join me in welcoming to the stage your Student Bar Association president and an extraordinary graduate of the class of 2025, Angela Banks.
Thank you, Dean Gilmore. So, to the class of 2025, I just have one question. Where you been at? I know that's right. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angela Banks, and I'm beyond proud to stand here before you today as a graduating student of the University of the District of Columbia, David A. Clark School of Law. And it has been my pleasure to serve as the Student Bar Association president for the 2024-2025 academic year. First, I give all praises and glory to God for allowing me to be here today and for keeping me along this journey, because it has been a journey. When I made the decision in the spring of 2021 to make a career change and apply to law school, I wrote two things down in my journal as I studied for the LSAT: that I will get accepted into law school, and I will speak at graduation. Yet, I could have never imagined the highs and lows that it would take to get here. Like coming from a public interest law school, but still landing a position as in-house counsel as an intern my 1L summer, to entering my 2L year where I lost my Uncle Tony and my grandmother Madeir, but then going on to win an international tax competition in Montreal, Canada with the winning team. Now in my 3L year as SBA president at one of the 6 historically black law schools in the nation, yet I struggle with anxiety. But as Big Sean says, looking at my life, God is a good author. All of this has prepared me for my next chapter, where I will be working as a data privacy and cybersecurity fellow out of the Chicago Law Office of Shepard Mullen. Although our journeys may not look the same, we all have a story for how we got here today. Now let me tell you a little bit about the class of 2025's beautiful journey. Most of us entered this law school between the years of 2021 and 2022 and have been persevering ever since. From changes in faculty to welcoming new deans, being displaced because our elevators broke down, to it was a time, to dealing with the shortcomings of embracing our full identity as an HBCU. The class of 2025 has been through it all, yet we never failed to rise to the occasion. I sit among some of the fiercest advocates, brightest scholars, and dedicated individuals who are always down for the cause. Some of them being entrepreneurs, owners of nonprofits, council advisors, educators, mentors, mothers, and fathers, all who continuously pour into their individual communities while also serving as leaders, advocates, and trailblazers within our very own UDC community. So if you ask me, I think we're some of the best UDC Law has ever seen. My classmates that sit in front of you today have inspired me to push forward, stand tall, be audacious, and no matter what, never forget the communities that we serve. As we close out this chapter called Law School and set our sights on the bar and our new careers ahead, I want to leave you with 3 things. First, remember that our degrees are not just personal achievements, but instruments of change. Whether we enter courtrooms, boardrooms, government offices, classrooms, or community spaces, let us be relentless in our pursuit for justice. Let us be bold in our vision for advocacy, and let us carry forward the spirit of service that has been instilled in us. Second, let us not forget who we are. As we prepare for the bar exam and the so-called finality of it all, remember that we are built for this. We've overcome so much, seen and unseen, yet we are here and we are standing today. Just like the diamonds that we are, we never crack under pressure, we cut through and we shine bright. Lastly, I challenge you, go into this world loud, go into this world bold, and go into this world knowing that every time you speak, you carry the voice of those who never got the chance. Take up space in the rooms you enter, and if they ever question your presence, don't ever be afraid to remind them of who you are. So to my fellow graduates, take a good look around you. We are all living proof that greatness can come from the places the world may try but can never overlook. So congratulations, class of 2025. I pray the world is ready for us because it's our time to thrive and not just survive. Thank you.
Be loud, be bold, be relentless. Thank you, Angela, for those words. Now, today is a day of celebration, of triumph and transformation. We are gathered here to honor not only the remarkable achievements of the class of 2025, but also the values that brought each of you to this moment: courage, service, equity, and the unwavering belief that the law can be a tool for justice. It is in that spirit that I'm deeply honored to introduce today's Hooding Ceremony speaker, someone whose life's work exemplifies the very mission that animates this law school. Maya Wiley is a civil rights attorney, racial justice advocate, and one of our nation's most respected voices on equity and democracy. As president and CEO of the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights, the nation's largest and most diverse civil rights coalition, she leads a legacy of powerful advocacy on behalf of those most often denied a voice. Her career spans decades of work advancing justice, from litigating at the NAACP Legal Defense Fund and the ACLU, to founding the Center for Social Inclusion, to serving as counsel to the mayor of New York City. Her leadership is courageous, her advocacy is uncompromising, and her commitment to people especially those long ignored and excluded by systems of power, is relentless. Ms. Wiley's work reminds us that justice is not theoretical. It is lived, it is fought for, it is practiced, just like the law. Her presence today is more than symbolic, it's prophetic. She is someone who has turned bold ideas into transformative impact, someone who speaks truth to power and builds coalitions to hold that power accountable, someone who sees law not as a gatekeeper, but as a gateway, a path forward for communities too long left behind. Ms. Wiley, we thank you for being here. We thank you for saying yes. And we thank you for showing our students what it looks like to use your education, your power, and your voice in service of justice. Graduates, please join me in giving a warm Firebird welcome to our 2025 Hooding Ceremony speaker, Ms. Maya Wiley.
Well, I'm not quite sure I deserve that introduction. I will say what I am sure of. I am sure that this distinguished dean, this fabulous faculty, these adoring parents and family members, and all of your classmates know how much the class of 2025 has achieved this day. And part of why I say with incredible humility that I wondered what to say before a class that is entering a profession at a time when we have watched the opposite of courage. At a time when we have watched my own law school, Columbia University, fail me as an alum, fail all of us in this country who have said justice cannot be just about some and not about all. And at a time when you are entering a profession that is humbled, or should be, to have you, that it is not one that has demonstrated that it deserves you. And I say that with intention because you are deserving. You have earned this, and you will do what they have not. I also stand before you with humility because I was asked to talk about hope. And yeah, right? Look, hope is hard. Hope is not simple. Hope is a passion for what is possible, not a promise of inevitability. And you enter a profession that has stood for demanding that hope, for representing that possibility, for saying that we are the ones responsible for making possibility inevitability. And we stand on broad shoulders even as we stand in difficult times. And I wear these robes not because they're mine. They're a little big, you may have noticed. They're kind of heavy. They're definitely hot. And they are not the ones I wore at my Columbia Law School graduation. They are the robes gifted to me by an alumni named Jack Pratt, was a white man who went to Mississippi in 1964 as part of Freedom Summer and spent the entire summer actually with my stepfather because they were there to make sure that the students who were registering black voters in Mississippi were protected, were trained, and had a lawyer who would get them out of jail if that's where they landed. So I don't wear these robes because they're mine, and I don't wear them because the Columbia Law School deserves to be remembered in that light. I wear them to remember what it must have meant in 1964 to not know if you would make it home alive by being a lawyer for students, some of whom did not make it home alive. So when we sit here in these difficult and complicated times, these times of challenge, where we have a government telling us we are not deserving, when we have a government telling us we can be silenced, when we have a government telling us whether due process is even due for those of us who are homegrowns, and for those of us who have every right and every deservingness to be here, every deservingness to be here, who contribute every day to what it means to have a democracy. That this time, the times such as these, are exactly why we celebrate today you. Because you are hope. You are passion. You are possibility. You have been through the fires and you have emerged robed. And no one gave them to you, you earned them. And I want to remind you of a few others who got to wear some robes we need to remember, because we find hope in remembering that we've been through some things. We've survived some things, and we made some things better for some people over history. Mary Ann Shade Caddy was born in 1823. She was an abolitionist. She was a journalist. She became the first black woman news editor, founded her own paper. But in 1883, and for those of you who know your history, in 1883, the violence post-Civil War had already been unleashed to say that those Civil War amendments, the ones that gave us birthright citizenship, the one that laid the foundation for the Civil Rights Act in 1964 and the Voting Rights Act in 1965 and everything we've done since, was already being violently suppressed. And at the age of 60, she earned a law degree from Howard University School of Law. Yes. But think about something else about that story, and also think about what it means to wear these robes, what it means to stand in difficult times, what it means to be challenged on the very rights you not only have because you're human, but rights that you have under the Constitution. That what we make of these robes is what we make of these robes, not what anyone else tells us they mean, and not what anyone tells us we can do once we earn them. Ludi Little, in 1897, became the first black woman law professor. 1897. And what she said was this: I like constitutional law. That was quite a statement in 1897, y'all. Okay. It is the certificate of our liberty and our equality before the law. Our citizenship is based on it, and hence, I love it. We, you, will demonstrate to this country what it means to actually love the Constitution of the United States of America. And when you wear these robes, remember this. Who are you? And what will you do? Because nobody else can answer that question but you. And no matter what anyone else tells you, know this. You are the ones you've been waiting for. You are the ones who deserve. You are the cherished children of a history that loves the Constitution, and you will define the law as it should be, and you will serve a future that no matter what anyone today says or does, recognizes that it is you who are truly deserving of your robes. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wiley. Define yourself for yourself. Please join me in another round of applause for our speaker. And now I would like to introduce our day and evening division speakers, Michael McFarland, day class speaker, and Guillermo Centrone, evening class speaker.
Thank you. I am so full of gratitude right now. First, thank you to God, for without his power, none of us would be here. Thank you to our ancestors, for without their indomitable will, they would not have paved a road for us to be able to walk here. Thank you to every professor, every faculty member, every staff member, for nurturing us through this journey. Thank you to all of you, friends, families, mentors, for being patient with us, supporting us, and helping guide us. But last but not all, thank you to my classmates. The people that I stood in the trenches with every single day. Every day. Thank you for being yourselves, for not relenting in the face of unbelievable pressure, and for withstanding every single battle that we have had to face. And we faced many battles. But look at where we are now. Every time we thought we would buckle, every time we thought we would yield, we withstood our ground, and we have made it. Champions are defined by their challenges, not what is easy. Every time we made the decision to sacrifice time, friendships, sometimes even family members, all for the sake of achieving something greater, those efforts are finally becoming vindicated. And if you ever, throughout these last 3 or 4 years, had to ask yourself, why do I have to sacrifice? Why does it have to be this hard? If you ever had to look at another person's journey with envy because you thought theirs was easy, and you come back to your own, you feel nothing but anxiety, and you have to ask yourself, why me? It's because there's a war outside. It's a war on civility, diplomacy, and proficiency. Competency has ceased to be a prerequisite for someone to be able to sit at the highest seat of the table. It is a war on race. Our history is in danger of erasure. Our immigrant neighbors face threats, out of place and disgraced by the American government. We are different but the same. Not to say that we are victims, but we are those who openly deface this system. Yep. It is a war on law. Our country is flawed. Our system is flawed. Blatant disregard for the highest court in the land. Where do we draw our line in the sand? We cannot afford to ask for change. We must demand it, not just for us, but for our grandchildren and every American citizen. We no longer have to accept the world that we're living in. We can change it. This degree is our legacy, and history is ours to make. So yes, there was a war outside, but we have arrived. Now, boss, I ain't done. Yeah, give me that. Now, some may ask why that matters. It matters because the world changes once we step into it. The world changes once we put pen to paper. The world changes once we speak in the halls of justice, when we enter the room where it happens. The world changes when the class of 2025 decides it needs to change. And that is because this is a class of zealous advocates. I'm not sure if y'all knew that. The type of advocates whose pens are mightier than any sword that may be drawn against them. The kind of advocates whose words move mountains, whose steps break ground. These are the kind of... excuse me, I got a little hype. The kind of advocates who practice law, promote justice, and change lives. So, as a fellow member of UDC Law's 50th graduating class, and a fellow graduate of one of 6 HBCU law schools in this country, we are truly our ancestors' wildest dreams. It has been an honor to be your classmate, and it is an honor to cross this finish line with you. I look forward to the change and the history that we make together. Thank you.
Buenas tardes a todos. Welcome. We are here praising God, praising our friends, praising our family, thanking all our faculty, our family in the audience, our friends right here in the front. We could not have done this without each other. It has been such a journey. Whew. I mean, between case books for some people, kids, WebEx links that didn't work. I mean, we blazed through it. We made it. We're here. We had to learn how to balance everything that was happening in our lives with law school. Learning all the crazy laws from 1643 on to 2024. It all has changed every time. Some of us came in, clocking out of work, running into law school, snacking on some food in between, that 5 minutes before the professor got there, got set up. Some of us, day students, as we studied through those lunch breaks, rocking babies while writing case briefs, balancing everything that we had to do in our lives as either non-traditional students or traditional students. It didn't matter. The workload was what it was, and we did it. We made it, right? Now, we came to law school not just to earn a degree, to be called lawyers, to be a JD, but to make a difference. Many of us are drawn here by a calling, a pull toward justice, towards changing systems that don't always work for the people they claim to protect, for giving a voice to those that they try to silence. We have seen the flaws in the system, and there are many, not just from a distance, but up close and personally, in our communities, our families, our lives, and we came here to law school at UDC Law to do something about it. And that's what makes this moment so powerful and so special. This diploma that we will be receiving is not just a piece of paper, it is a key to changing the future. It is a tool that we will use to make a difference. Es una promesa, a promise to stand up, whether in a courtroom, a boardroom, a classroom, and in our communities, and demand better of everyone around us. A promise to challenge injustice, not to accept it. A promise to practice law, yes, but also to live the law. To live it in ways that reflect compassion, equity, and courage. We are not entering a perfect system, and that is an understatement of the century. But we are entering it with a purpose. Whether we choose criminal law, civil rights, family law, immigration, any grassroots advocacy, each and every one of us carries a mission of social justice forward. And we do so not only armed with the legal knowledge that was taught to us by these wonderful professors, but the lived experiences that we've had, our deep empathy for others, and relentless determination. We have learned our lessons from professors, but also from each other. Over these last couple years, 3 to 4 years, we have proven that we can do all the hard things. We've proven we can persevere through exhaustion, whether it's 2 a.m. in the library. We learned that we persevere through our doubts and all the sacrifices that we've had to make. We have had to learn who actually owned a fox at one point in our law career. We learned about all the wonderful, interesting things that happen on the corner of Van Ness in Connecticut. And as Angela mentioned earlier, we've faced those challenges of broken elevators, moving from our law school into the main campus, navigating new buildings, helping each other out, supporting each other, finding space that we can continue to move forward in this journey. And the biggest thing that I know I learned during this time, regardless of whether we agreed or disagreed, we were always there for each other. We stuck together. We supported one another, whether it was chaos, fun times. We made sure all the needs of our students were taken care of. Whether we agreed with it or not, whether it impacted us or not, we were there, and we were raising our voices. And coming together and showing this type of advocacy is a testament to the type of lawyers we are all going to be. And now we get to use it. Every long day and every late night. There will be tears, there will be triumphs, but we will continue to fight for justice. So today, as we celebrate this milestone, let us remember the mission does not end here. This is only the beginning. Our next chapter begins as soon as we leave here today. As we move forward and prepare for the next step, we may stumble, we may fall, but we have always demonstrated we will never give up. We will continue to stand up and push forward. We will continue to persevere even when we are tired. We will continue to show that flame that burns bright within us and show the world as we move through this journey. We are the lawyers, our family, and our communities have been waiting for. Para todos que están aquí, para todos que están mirando a nosotros en video por computadora, televisión, gracias por todo el amor y paciencia con nosotros. Thank you for all the love and patience that you have given to us over these years and made sure that we could stand before you as lawyers. Thank you.
get the praise and adoration today. Congratulations, class of 2025. Now, let me say, Guillermo, I think at some point you're going to have to come back because there's some awards that you need to give out. But for those of you who don't know, I am David Singleton. Forgive me for not having on my hat, but I got an exemption from the dean because I've got a block head that breaks the hat. So forgive me for that, but I did dress up. Most of you who had me in class know jeans, Timbs, and t-shirts, so I'm dressed today for you. I am the Associate Dean for Clinics and Experiential Programs, and it is really an honor for me to announce the Clinic Awards during this momentous day. And those fall into two categories, the CLIA Awards and the David A. Clark Outstanding Clinic Student Awards. The first award is the CLIA Outstanding Clinic Team Award. And it's given at each graduation to a team of graduates who have displayed excellence in clinical collaboration fieldwork. And so the two winners of the CLIA Outstanding Clinic Team Award this year are Jeremiah Baltimore and Isabella Barrera. And Jeremiah and Isabella, you can make your way, or you can sit and listen. But let me tell you, let me tell you about their outstanding work. So Jeremiah and Isabella worked on a case that could be ripped out of current headlines. They represented a man that we'll call Hector, who left his home country with his two sons because they'd been threatened by MS-13 affiliated gangs, and they were not safe. The thing about this case is that when the clinic students were told about it by their professor, the warning was, this case is going to require you to jump fast. There's going to be 2 months for you to prepare for an October hearing, and they started at the end of August. And Isabella and Jeremiah said, yes, we're going to do this. And their work involved finalizing a 500-page filing, evidentiary filing, preparing relentlessly for their hearing. And they did something that Maya Wiley talked about that it's important to do. They kept Hector, their client, hopeful. Their advocacy, even though it's still ongoing, was so excellent that the judge pulled the professor aside and said, I want you to know that they were as prepared, if not more prepared, than lawyers I see in my courtroom on a daily basis. That's what we call doing the damn thing. Congratulations, Isabella and Jeremiah. All right, the second award is the CLIA Outstanding Externship Student Award. And it's given to a graduate who demonstrates excellence in externship fieldwork and thoughtful, self-reflective participation in the externship seminar. This year, the clinical faculty of the David A. Clark School of Law has selected John, who we call affectionately Jack, Sadi. Jack, you can start making your way. So Jack's experience, of course, was not limited to the externship because at UDC, all students have to take clinic. Jack took the UDC's Immigration and Human Rights Clinic as well as a Whistleblower Protection Clinic, and he also clerked for the Federal Aviation Administration's Employment and Labor Law Division. But his externship was with the U.S. Office of Special Counsel. And some of you may be familiar with that agency because at the very beginning of the Trump administration, the head of that got fired and there was a whole lot of litigation around it. What OSC does is it investigates disclosures of wrongdoing throughout the executive branch. And what Jack spent a lot of his time doing during his externship was drafting memoranda, researching many of the personnel actions that the Trump administration launched in its first 100 days. And Jack, I have no doubt that you stayed very busy given the onslaught of personnel actions that were taken. Jack, we are so proud of you. Congratulations. All right, the third award is the David A. Clark Outstanding Clinic Team Award, and it's given to a team of graduates who've displayed excellence in clinical fieldwork collaboration. And this year, the clinical faculty has selected Angela Banks and Juan Villatoro as the recipients. So let me tell you what was excellent about Angela and Juan's work. So I know a little bit of something about criminal defense. It is really, really hard work. And they poured themselves into what we call client-centered representation. You put the client at the center and you do everything you can to walk your clients out of the mess that they are in. And the work that I want to lift up for you that they did, one example of their excellence was through a powerful combination of written and oral advocacy. They got one of their cases dismissed that they never thought they would get dismissed at the beginning of the semester. And their collaboration continued on to a second case where they got something called diversion. And what diversion is, if you don't know what it is it allows a case to sort of be put on hold, and if the person does well and over some period of time, it gets dismissed. Why is that important? Because criminal records can ruin lives. And Angela and Juan kept their client from having a life ruined by a criminal conviction. So we are proud of you. Proud of you for your work. All right. All right, the fourth award is just two more, 4 and 5, is the David A. Clark Outstanding Day Clinic Student Award. And it's given to a graduate who exhibits excellence in clinical fieldwork and thoughtful self-reflection, participation in the clinical program. And this year, the clinical faculty have selected Gretchen Larson Idasenga as the recipient of the 2025 David A. Clark Outstanding Day Clinic Award. All right, Gretchen. Gretchen, as you make your way up, I'm going to say some good things about you, if that's okay. Gretchen got lifted up for this award because of her participation in 2 clinics. The first was the tax clinic. And one of the things that she did is research a very confusing, ambiguous tax provision that has to do with when you can settle a tax controversy with the state of Maryland. And her brilliant work on that research has laid the foundation for people who come after her in the clinic, as well as folks who aren't in the clinic, to be able to settle their tax claims more favorably with the state of Maryland. So that's number 1. Number 2 was her involvement in the Community Development Law Clinic. And there's a lot of things I could say about her work in that clinic, but I'm going to limit it to just one for time's sake. She worked with an affordable housing cooperative and helped its board of directors navigate some really complicated financial issues that also helped them secure $40,000 from the District of Columbia for needed building repairs. So you are a bright light, Gretchen. Thank you for all of your work. All right, the last award is the David A. Clark Outstanding Evening Clinic Student Award. And like the others, it's given to an excellent graduate who exhibits excellence in clinical fieldwork. And this year's recipient, as voted by the clinical law faculty, is Benjamin Lagos. All right, Benjamin. All right, so Benjamin excelled in the post-conviction criminal defense clinic. And for those of you who don't know what post-conviction means, it means you've been convicted of a serious crime and years have gone by, maybe even decades, and you're trying to find a way to get back into court and undo your criminal conviction. That work requires lawyers to, again, do that thing that Maya Wiley said, which is help their clients remain hopeful. And Benjamin and his partner worked really hard on a case that involved a man who'd been in for decades. Ben researched complex procedural issues and wrote a motion seeking relief from the federal courts for this client that they had. And he didn't just stop there, though. He worked tirelessly to find new evidence that would be useful in arguing for a new trial. And when I say going above and beyond, Benjamin Lagos's picture should be in the definition, the dictionary for the definition of going above and beyond. He got himself in a car, drove to Pittsburgh and tracked down every single thing he could to try and help his client. And that's exactly what we need more lawyers to do, is to be like you, Ben. So congratulations. Thank you.
I'm back. All right. Love you too. All right. So the class of 2025 has had the pleasure of selecting 3 classmates to honor with 3 named awards. So honorees, when I mention your name, please come up to the podium and hang out till, like we've been doing all day. All right. So the first award is the Judge Pryor Legacy Award. This award is given to a graduate who, in keeping with the David A. Clark School of Law's mission, has demonstrated academic excellence, has provided service to his or her community and student body, and has made a strong commitment to public service. The class of 2025 has selected, are y'all ready? Wendasha Jones. Wendasha attended UDC Law's day program. She served as the publications editor of the UDC Law Review from 2024 to 2025, the Attorney General of the Student Bar Association for 2024 to 2025, and the 2025 student speaker at the Black Women Leading in Law tribute to Jean Camper-Kahn. She served on the boards of the UDC Christian Legal Society and the Black Law Students Association, William J. Pryor chapter, where she is also a mentor. She was a 3-time judicial intern at the DC Superior Court in the probate and tax and criminal divisions, and completed over 600 clinical hours in UDC's Community Development Legal Clinic and Criminal Defense and Racial Justice Clinic. She is a graduate of the University of Maryland College Park with a bachelor's in communication and associates in business administration. After graduation, Wendasha will pursue a judicial clerkship leading to a career to practice in business litigation, contracts, and criminal defense. Wendasha aspires to become a judge and hopes to one day return to UDC Law to teach contracts. So, prior to and during law school, Wendasha worked as an analyst and a certified government meeting planner at MDB Inc., a strategic communication firm. Wendasha is a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. That was coming. Wendasha is a loving wife to her husband, Rashard, and the mother of 3 incredible children, Rashard Jr., who will graduate college in May 2025, daughter Jordan, who will graduate from high school this month, and her youngest daughter, Lily. Wendasha's foundation of family, faith, and the courage to act as if it is impossible to fail will lead her into this dynamic next chapter. She is forever grateful to UDC Law for providing her with an excellent legal education and preparing her for her legal career. Congratulations. Our second award is the Edgar Kahn Community Service Award. This award is given to a graduate who has demonstrated an exemplary commitment to community service by providing outstanding leadership in his or her community in order to benefit others. This graduate's commitment is evidenced through the graduate's outside community service and/or clinical experience. The class of 2025 has selected Katandra Jones. Katandra attended UDC Law as an evening student. She holds an Associate's in Administration of Justice from Southside Virginia Community College and a Bachelor's in Legal Social Conflict Resolution with a minor in Legal Studies and Conflict Analysis and Resolution from George Mason University. Throughout law school, Katandra had demonstrated a deep commitment to leadership, advocacy, and community service. She served as a 1L senator her first year, Director of Community Engagement for the Women's Law Society from 21 to 22, Social Media Manager from 23 to 24, and Justice of the Phi Alpha Delta Con Chapter, and Special Events Coordinator for the Black Law Students Association this last year. Through these roles, she helped lead initiatives that centered social justice, professional development, and civic engagement. Katandra is also the founder of the Black Justice Initiative, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting formerly incarcerated individuals and advocating for marginalized communities. Her work has expanded prison reform efforts and civic empowerment initiatives across Maryland, North Carolina, and Washington, D.C. Following graduation, Katandra will continue her dedication to public service as an assistant public defender with the Maryland Office of the Public Defender. She aspires to build a career grounded in direct representation, post-conviction advocacy, and systemic reform while continuing to uplift and serve her community. Congratulations. All right, our final award is the Unsung Hero Award. Michael is going to join me with this one because this is,
Just want to make sure you do it right.
yeah, he wants to make sure I do it right. This award is given to a graduate who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to improve the law school and surrounding community. This graduate is always helping others, but does not have an SBA leadership position. Despite their hard work, this graduate never seeks and rarely receives recognition for their kindness. The class of 2025 has selected
Gabrielle Kershaw.
I know her bio calls her Gabrielle, but I'm going to call her Gabby, as we like to call her at school. So, Gabby proudly hails from North Nashville, out North Tennessee. She's always knew she wanted to become a public servant after her experience working in a local councilwoman's office in her hometown while simultaneously volunteering at an HIV/AIDS nonprofit. The experience taught her that people are being unreasonably criminalized for being poor, facing addiction, enduring homelessness, and other quality of life issues. This experience led her to public defense, as she knew she wanted to become one much before applying to law school. She is proud to state that she continues this path after graduation, working at the New Orleans Office of the Public Defender. While at UDC Law, Gabby served as the Vice President of the Law Students for Disability Rights, Vice President of the Women's Law Society, Captain of the Mock Trial Team, past Special Events Coordinator of the Black Law Students Association, a member of the Criminal Law Society, a 2024 John Paul Stevens Public Interest Fellow, a 2024 National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers Fellow, and a member of Criminal Law Society and Phi Alpha Delta Legal Fraternity. Gabby has also been awarded the Firebird and Excellence Scholarship and won Best Oral Argument 1L year. She proudly served as a student attorney in the Criminal Defense and Racial Justice Clinic and Rising for Justice Housing Advocacy Clinic. Gabby is profoundly grateful for every experience here at UDC Law.
If you ever have the option, do not follow Michael, Guillermo, and especially Dean Singleton as a speaker. So, each year we recognize some of the leading lights of the graduating class with Dean's Awards. The students selected this year are some, but by no means the only, representatives of excellence the law school has a claim to in our 2025 graduating class. So it pleases me greatly to declare their distinction as recipients of Dean's Awards for service, scholarship, and practice. The first award is the Dean's Award for Service, and Angela Banks has been selected as the recipient of this award. This award is given to a graduate who has made a significant contribution to their community through their time, actions, talents, and dedication. The honoree serves as a role model for compassion and a desire to make the world a better place. The second award is the Dean's Cup Award for Practice. And Sophia Ferber has been selected as the recipient of the 2025 Dean's Cup Award. This award is given to a graduate who has performed over and above the standard expected of their role. It recognizes a graduate who has elevated the clinical and practice-oriented mission of the law school through their good works. The next award is the Dean's Award for Scholarship, and Natalia Akopian has been selected as the recipient of the 2025 award. This award is conferred on a graduate whose academic performance demonstrates remarkable consistency at the highest level of achievement. The award recognizes a student who has rewarded the institution through their performance in the classroom and who achieves on a level of excellence matched by the value of scholarship and who has studied with intensity to motivate themselves and others and genuinely celebrate learning in all aspects at its fullest. The next award is the Charles J. Ogletree Champions of Justice Award, and Michael McFarland has been selected as the recipient of the 2025 award. And this award is given to a graduate who exemplifies a commitment to public service, diversity, and social justice throughout the United States and abroad. The last award is the Richard H. Semsker Prize for Civil Rights Law, and Mariah Merriweather has been selected as the recipient of this award. This award is given to a student who wants to work in the civil rights field, and the donor has defined civil rights law to include law which challenges discrimination based on race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, and the full panoply of such classifications, as well as related works such as disability and voting rights.
We have one more award. All right, so the class of 2025 had the honor of selecting a faculty or staff member to just showcase the dedicated support that they have shown to us for the 3 or 4 years that we've been at law school, in the law school. So, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
So the class of 2025, we have elected Mr. William Thomas.
Just to say a few words about Mr. Thomas, he greets us at the library every single day. He does not leave until the last person is out. He's there all night with us, just really encouraging, just a great smile to see every single day as we study. So very excited to give this award to Mr. Thomas.
And he fed us too when we was hungry.
Let's congratulate again all of our well-deserved awardees. Now, the hooding. So the size of a degree hood and the width of the velvet represent the type of degree that a person has earned. Bachelor's degrees hoods are the smallest. Master's degree hoods are in the middle, and doctoral hoods are the largest. The purple velvet inside the hoods you see today represent the Juris Doctor, the professional law degree. Our graduates have selected 2 professors to hood them today. Professor Yvette Pepot and Professor John Britton. And it is especially heartwarming that Professor Britton has been selected to be one of this year's hooders because he's retiring. After spending decades in legal education at law schools including the University of Connecticut, Texas Southern University, and the University of the District of Columbia, David A. Clark School of Law. So please join me in thanking Professor Britton for all he has done. Thank you. Now join me in welcoming to the stage the graduating class of 2025 for the momentous occasion of the donning of the Juris Doctor hood.
Angela Banks. Michael McFarland. Guillermo Cintrón.
We got this.
Natalia Akopian. Anasia Bailey. Jeremiah Baltimore. Selena Marie Bamper. Nikki Mohan Bedi. Sydney Benita. Remy Bonds. Isabella Borrero. Ariel Brickman. Miranda Burke. Alexandria Dawn Campbell. Rich Carlson. Alessandra Cartagena. Gerline Seedy. Amaya Champagne. Kendra Niara Psalm Cooper. Aaron Corbin. Ashley Counselor. Leanne Alexis Danqua. Cherish Dargan. Princess Dorley Asumani. Sean Duford. Kathleen Eads. Lauren Irvin. Lauren is being hooded today by her mother, Lauricia Thompson, class of 2000, and Donald Irvin, class of 2001. Sophia Ferber. Jacqueline Flores Barnett. Hunter Galton.
Thank you.
Kimberly George Chukwuemeka. Catherine Gilliland. James Gontarski. Devon Goodwin. Abigail Reinhard Green. Nasim Hamed.
One more.
Latrell Harmon. Kiara Danella Harris. Jasmine Hawks. Sierra Michelle Hayes. Victoria Holtzclaw. Gretchen Itzinga. Katandra Jones. Wendasha Jones Ray. Michael Joshua. Gabrielle Kershaw. Benjamin Lagos. Andrea Machuca. Mariah Merriweather. Mia Mrozinski. Najma Mohammed. Jadori Nichols. Adedotun Olowu. Patricia Renee Peterson. Claudia Powers. Kenny Reed. John Sadie. Faride Sender Herencia. Tiana Singleton. Denitria Swopes. Denitria is being hooded today by her aunt, Lisa Pittman Dennis, class of 1996. Jalissa Spalding. Paris Amore Tate. Nicole Adenua Thompson. Maria Andrea Valderrama. Juan Carlos Villatoro. Robert Earl Williams, Jr.
What we gonna do? Let's go, Rob.
Will the graduates please stand? I present to you the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree. The conferral of degrees will take place during tomorrow's university commencement. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated. So what a powerful and unforgettable ceremony we've experienced. Today we witness more than a rite of passage, we witness purpose made real. And as we prepare to close this hooding ceremony, I want to share a few final words that I hope will stay with you. Long after the hoods are placed, the cameras stop flashing, and the applause fades. You are walking into a profession that demands not just knowledge, but courage, character, and conscience. There will be times when the law feels heavy, when justice feels delayed, but in those moments, I want you to remember this truth. You are not only ready, you are necessary. You have been trained in a place where law meets mission, where learning meets service, and where justice isn't theoretical, it's lived. At UDC Law, we don't teach law to accumulate prestige. We teach law to create a more just and equitable world. You are now part of a proud and powerful lineage, the 50th graduating class in the history of this extraordinary institution. You carry a torch lit by generations of public defenders, community advocates, movement lawyers, and servant leaders who believe, as you do, that law can be a tool for liberation. And remember, you come from one of only 6 HBCU law schools in the United States. That distinction is not symbolic, it's transformational. It means you are part of a sacred legacy grounded in struggle and brilliance, resistance and resilience. Before we conclude, I want to take a moment to say thank you to those whose leadership, commitment, and partnership made this day and journey possible. I want to thank our faculty who challenge, inspire, and mentor, our staff who ensure that our students are supported every step of the way, our alumni who continue to blaze trails and open doors for future generations. And to the families, friends, and loved ones of our graduates, thank you. You stood beside these students through every obstacle, every late night, every test, every doubt, and now every triumph. This day belongs to you too. To the class of 2025, go boldly. Lead with your heart. Uplift your communities. Fight for what's right. Never forget that your law degree is not just a credential. It's a commitment to justice, a commitment to service, a commitment to be a light in a world that needs it. We are proud of you, we are with you, and we will always be cheering you on. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go and lead the word forward. And now, Dean Jeffrey Fleming with our benediction.
I want us all to please stand. And then I want you, especially graduating class, every hand to have a hand. Just grab somebody's hand. I know you're filled with degrees, but you walk in here as an individual and you leave as a community of advocates. I see you, Amos Russell. I see you. Yeah. Every hand has a hand. And I want you to look into yourself. Know that you're surrounded by love and grace. That the light of God has poured itself mighty on you. It's giving you a charge that you can't leave behind. Giving you power that you must push forward. He's hooded you in excellence, grounded you in equity, and giving you a charge to last an enduring impact. As you leave this place, take that charge seriously and forever be ingrained that you graduated from UDC Law School, the only public institution in the nation's capital. Yep. Amen. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, our graduates will recess out of the theater. Please remain seated for the entirety of the recessional. School of Law Hooding Ceremony. Thank you for attending the David A. Clark School of Hooding Ceremony. We have set up a step and repeat backdrop at the front entrance of the theater for you to take pictures with your graduate.